in Evansville, Indiana, where the Evansville Purple Aces are taking on the Canisius Golden Griffins. Alongside Preston Leinenbach, I'm Matt Reed here in this matchup between the two teams. Evansville coming off a historic performance in their last game against Bowling Green State, shooting 80% from three, and now they lead the country.
Yeah, in terms of efficiency from behind the arc, Evansville's the best. They went 12 of 15 the other night against the Falcons of Bowling Green State, looking to carry that over here today against Canisius, where for the Golden Griffins, they're also a pretty good shooting team as well, but they're a team that likes to go inside if they can first, and then they'll pass it back outside if they need to.
They have outside option Isaiah Reese, a career-high 31 points, 10 of 17 from the field, hit 5 threes in that game against St. Bonaventure. He was the big-time player.
Just an athletic player, can really get inside in the paint, has a lot of bounce to his step, and as you can see, he can also take the ball coast to coast. But again, not a bad shooter from the outside as well. As there's also Jermaine Crumpton, also another player to look out for today.
Reese, 46% from three-point line, as mentioned, 5 of 10. Evansville, we mentioned their game against Bowling Green State, 80% from three, and Blake Simmons was a huge part of that.
Blake Simmons, he's really starting to come through for the Aces here in his senior year. He had a sit out last year, comes back this year, and for Blake Simmons, 16 points, 4 of 5 from distance on Tuesday night.
A big game for him, a big game for the Aces, and as you mentioned, they are the top scoring, or top three-point percentage team, and you look at the numbers, Purple Aces, it didn't matter who was shooting the ball. They were all going in the rim.
Yeah, and the impressive thing about that is you saw those 5 players, 3 of those being newcomers to the squad for Evansville this year, contributing right away, and again, finding a nice little confidence in their three-point shot.
And what are your keys of the game, Preston, here as we're just 3 minutes in?
Well, for Canisius, I think it's important for them to stay tight defensively against Evansville. A motion offense, a lot of screens away from the basketball, and also offensively for Canisius, they're looking to control the tempo. May play a little up pace more than Evansville's used to. For the Purple Aces, they got to have movement passing the basketball as well as movement around off the ball. Again, the motion offense, that's a big aspect of it. And then they got to have discipline on D. We already saw earlier that little pump fake led a basket mid-range level for Canisius. Evansville's got to be able to stay down and not fall for those pump fakes.
Yeah, as you mentioned, a couple of pump fakes leading for open shots here for Canisius. They have not been able to convert as much. This is our first sub in. Evansville switching Traore for Hakevicius. Traore started the season for the Purple Aces, but going in the past few games, it has been the junior transfer from Vincennes, Danis Hakevicius, who has gotten the starting nod. Simmons got Crumpton on him. Gibson finds some space. Nice touch off the glass, and we're all tied at 4.
Good possession there for Evansville. Again, Gibson, normally a guy who facilitates the offense, but Drew Smith has done such a good job in the assist numbers that Gibson can play a little bit more away from the basketball and able to find some open space about 8 feet away from the basket there.
Good shading defense from Simmons. Johnson in the left wing. Reese, now guarded by Smith. Reese can't get it. And over the back. Called on Markel Lotz, the junior, sending the ball the other way. Another good defensive possession. Reese had to take the shot with Drew Smith all over him defensively.
And that's the thing for Evansville this year that's kind of been the most surprising thing, I think, for a lot of Evansville fans. Evansville's defense has been pretty solid this year for the most part. You see a significant improvement from last year's Evansville squad to this year's squad. In fact, it's been one of their strengths early on.
Checking in for Canisius. As Lotz checked out, it's Lebanon Plachenik. 6'11" senior from Quebec, Canada. This is Drew Smith, the right wing. Simmons, down low, Gibson, Smith, Simmons. Trying to find Gibson. They do again. Gibson, almost losing it. Frederking, front clock running down. Gibson, running out of time, has to get something. And turnover there. Not a good offensive possession for the Purple Aces.
Just good defense. Give credit to Canisius. Just making it difficult.
Tied at 4s. Just under 4 minutes played in this first half. A charge the other way called as Traore kind of just in the way and took the contact.
The foul on the Golden Griffins.
Offensive foul, bring the ball back. Take another look as
first personal, the team's second.
Molson just a little out of control with the forearm.
And I mentioned to Canisius, they maybe want to play a little bit up-tempo, And sometimes they get a little erratic, and it leads to turnovers, including fouls like the offensive foul there. They got to be able to play within themselves, stay in control despite playing up-tempo.
Evansville looking for scoring options as they've taken a couple of possessions without having a bucket go in. Here's Drew Smith. Clock running down again. Gibson, he's got to find something. Smith, Frederking. No one wants to shoot. Frederking does. And Canisius pulls it down the other way. A lot of passive play here for the Purple Aces offensively.
Passive play, but again, just good defense by Canisius. They're doing a great job of getting around those screens.
Shot taken and missed by Plenacek. Evansville the other way. Gibson down low. Traore can't handle it. Gibson on the floor. And Smith collects.
Good energetic play early on from Gibson, just going after that ball. He's a guy that's had a history of having some knee issues, but not afraid to get on the floor right there. The knee's his last thought, going after that ball.
Smith underneath. 2 points, Evansville with their first lead. 6-4.
Drew Smith, a guard, again, who's been obviously shooting the ball well from outside, but he has good width to him, so he's able to play strong down low with the big guys underneath the basket as well.
Also turnover. Smith, active hands, keeping it alive. Gibson drives, almost has it blocked. John Hall, the putback, flying high in the air and putting it back in.
Great just anticipation from John Hall on the weak side. Anticipating the miss, able to follow up midair.
Evansville leading this one 40-32. Good pass down to Lotz, and he finishes through contact. Markel Lotz. Not able to find the scoring touch that much in the first half, but has 5 points early in the second. 6-point lead for the Purple Aces as they have the ball. See that, second half field goals, 4 for 4 are the Canisius Golden Griffins.
Evansville's got to get a little bit more ball movement. Motion offense, but it seems like it's been a lot of dribbling more often than not. They want to see passes, not dribbling. They want to see passes, and that's a good bounce pass to lead Gibson to the basket.
The ball moves faster than the man, and that one they were able to find Gibson down low. But as you mentioned, motion offense works when there are passes opposed to one-on-one dribbling. As Reese tries one-on-one dribble. Resets to Molson. Molson splits the double team. Good move up and under. Had to adjust midair and finished. Canisius still hasn't missed from the field in the second half.
A couple of hands for Evansville got in there. I thought it was close to getting close to being a hell ball, but able to slice through and get to the basket.
Simmons drawing the foul there. Going to the line, shooting two coming up. Depending on who it is on Markel Lotz, and that is his third personal. That is big, as Lotz has started off the second half well for Canisius, and now he'll have to likely check out with 3 fouls to see what Coach Witherspoon does. Simmons attempting his first free throw. Got it. No sub come to the score table for Canisius, but 2 for Evansville as Riley and KJ Riley and Marty Hill come in.
Also number 1, Marty Hill.
Interesting, as Coach Witherspoon is going to trust his junior Markel Lotz, play with 3 fouls. Simmons on the other end converting both. Lead back up to 8. Reese now running the point guard position. He's going to have Riley on him. Lee Johnson. Drive, kick, Crumpton. Missed. And a foul underneath. And that is going on Markel Lotz, number 4.
The foul on the Golden Griffins.
Number
11,
fourth
Markel
foul for Markel Lotz.
The team's second.
And Coach Witherspoon, he trusted Lotz there. And that one just did not pay off. As he'll have to check out.
Back in the ball game for the Golden
Now his
Griffins.
4 fouls. There's been at least 2 of them
Number 10.
where, again, he would disagree with the referee's call, but going up and going for a rebound. He had one in the first half, now one here in the second half.
And they'll break the press. Hall splits the double team, goes up and finishes. John Hall, stick-to-itiveness from the forward for Evansville. Hall with 4 points in this one.
Again, just good faith to get his man in the air to create that extra space to get even closer to the basket and convert.
This is Reese going around the screen. Go down to Crumpton who had the mismatch on Riley. Crumpton fighting, fouled and one. Crumpton going to line. A chance at a three-point play.
Good by Crumpton.
Up to 5 points in this one. Take another look as Crumpton had the mismatch against Riley. He just took advantage of it.
Crumpton's had a quiet game up to this point. Again, I mentioned earlier where he's not really been in position for, at least for him, to be successful. He's been kind of taken out of his element a little bit. There he gets a post position that he likes and a chance to convert the three-point play.
And he does. Lead trimmed down to 7. Evansville still with it as they've held it for all the second half after having the halftime lead of 8. Hill facing a double team. Smith. Hill. 15 on the shot clock. Marty Hill guarded by Molson of Canisius. Hill trying to work. Go to Riley. Shot clock running down. Simmons not going to receive that pass. And here's Reese the other way. Stops. Johnson. Goes around the screen. Spin move. Runs out of real estate. Reese open from 3. In and out. Tipped around. Still fighting. John Hall. He's got it. And he's going to control. Both hands on that one.
First of all, great court vision to find Reese at the top of the key there by Johnson after spinning into the lane. I don't know how he saw him, but he did. Great pass. Unfortunately, it didn't go in. John Hall on the floor was literally about to take it away from Marty Hill, his own teammate.